Hey guys, how's everyone doing? I hope you're enjoying the holiday week as we, get into the holiday season here. I hope you enjoyed the bye week, a little week off, a little stress-free Sunday. Although the last time the Bills played 2 weeks ago, definitely a bit of a stress-free Sunday for all of us, I think. It's weirdest team. And I feel like I say that all the time. They're just like the weirdest team. I don't mean just this year. It happens all the time. Like the Bills have 2 blowout victories on the road. 2. They're 3-7. Like, what kind of sense does that make? If you have 2 blowout road wins, I feel like generally speaking, and I know that generalizations tend to be false for the most part, but you're probably a good team. You're probably a playoff team if you're able to win by over 20 points 2 times on the road. Having said that, that's not the case. Like I said, the Bills are 3-7, coming off the victory against the Jets, 41-10, where they put up a season high in points. Their first time over 30, and they go for 41. They scored 31 in the first half. They had a season high in yards, 451. It was the first start for Matt Barkley as the quarterback of the Bills, and he played very admirably. 15 of 25, 232 yards, a couple touchdowns. Could have been a third, but Zay Jones fumbled. Kroom recovers. He doesn't get credit for that. So, I mean, what's there not to be impressed about? I mean, the Jets, granted, were, I believe, 3-6 coming into the game, and they looked like they wanted to be anywhere else but there. They only put up 12 first downs, less than 200 total yards, 116 passing yards, a couple of turnovers. Like Josh McCown, I completely regret having said what I said in my video a couple of weeks ago, that I thought for maybe one game Josh McCown might be better than Sam Darnold just to beat the Bills. Like, obviously not for the long term, because Sam Darnold was the 3rd overall pick. A lot of talent coming out of USC. Looks like he's turning the ball over a lot, but like that is, I don't know, like a bunch of rookie quarterbacks have done that. There's reason to be excited about him if you're a Jets fan. So, but I thought maybe for like one game in his rookie year, the Jets could use Josh McCown to beat the Bills at home. And boy, was I ever wrong. Like, Josh McCown did not look interested whatsoever. Didn't look like he wanted to get hit. When he did get hit, like one of the times he just launched one up that got picked off by Milano, I believe. Like, nothing worked for them. They were pathetic, and I really think it's going to cost Todd Bowles his job at the end of the season. I don't think they want to make that move, or in season, but it seems pretty inevitable for Todd Bowles, because that's and it kind of makes me wonder why they just didn't do it after last season. Like, they gave him a year with Sam Darnold, and now they're going to fire him at the end of the year. It doesn't really make a ton of sense. But anyway, this is not a Jets video. It's a Bills video. So what was I impressed with by the Bills? Just pretty much everything. The offense, the defense, the creativity by Brian Dable. We're throwing passes to the left tackle now by making them eligible and lining up extra people on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Like, yes, creativity. We are getting... LaShawn McCoy is involved, scoring right away. Robert Foster is catching deep passes, which he just couldn't catch them before from Josh Allen. And then Zay Jones is getting involved, nearly has 100 yards himself, scores a touchdown. So, there's reason to be optimistic there. There's definitely things to pull from that game that I think are applicable, towards the rest of the season. I think Zay Jones is a good player. I think I've been on record saying that. I do think Zay Jones is a good player. And I hope that this time off will help Josh Allen, because it looks like Josh Allen's going to be back Sunday against the Jaguars. Will help him, even though he's sitting there charting plays. Just watch the game. You don't have to play it. Just kind of watch other people play it. And I don't know if he was necessarily getting the right things from Derek Anderson. Not that Derek Anderson couldn't have been helpful to him. I think that maybe Anderson, who probably won't play, probably won't come off concussion protocol, in my opinion. There's things, I don't want to word this. Some people think that just because Derek Anderson hasn't been that good of a quarterback throughout his career means that he can't show people how to play. And that's not true at all. Like, sometimes the best players make the worst coaches because it just comes so naturally for them. But I think Derek Anderson could help Josh Allen identify things, maybe at the line of scrimmage in defenses, like, hey, there's a linebacker here on Zay Jones, like, so it's probably zone coverage because they're probably not going to man-to-man Zay Jones with the linebacker, like, things like that. And I know that that's easy. That's, like, I know that that's easy, but, like, I'm just putting that out there as an example. So, I don't want, I'm eager to see Josh Allen again, basically. That's my point. I don't want Matt Barkley to start, even though I'm very impressed by what he did. He definitely did enough to warrant releasing Nathan Peterman. And Nathan Peterman, thank you for coming in here and really working your butt off to be a better person, be a better player, like a good teammate. Like, honestly, he did everything off the field that you could have wanted, at least this from my perspective, from what I've heard, what I've read. Good for him. Like, I root for him. I want to root for him as he goes forward. It's just, it doesn't look like it's going to be on an NFL field, unfortunately. It is what it is. I mean, the proof is in the proverbial pudding. Like, there it is. But good luck to him. Seriously, I mean that. Good luck to him. He seems like a super dude. Anyway, Barkley did enough to warrant that release. Josh Allen is the starter. I don't really want to hear anything to counterpoint that, or to any type of counter argument for that. Like, this is who you drafted. You traded up a handful of times to go get him. I want to see him play. Like, that's what I'm interested in these last 6 games. Spare me the, well, what if they can get in the playoffs? It's just like, oh, Jesus. I don't know how to help you there. Like, they're 3-7. Do you think they're going to go 6-0 or 5-1? They're a 3-7 team. Like, this has been the Bills of yesteryears. Like, all throughout the 2000s, it was like, well, they're 4-7, but they could win out. Like, what makes you think a 4-7 team is winning out? Like, I've been there. Like, the E.J. Manuel, I think his rookie year, we had something like that. It was like, well, we're 3-6, but maybe, like, we have an easy schedule. We could go 6-1 down the stretch. Newsflash, they're not that good of a team. So, like, what makes you think they're going to win 6 out of 7? And I know that teams get hot and they go on these little runs like that, but, like, not 3-7 teams. Just doesn't really happen. Like, make me eat my words. Please. Please make me eat my words with Josh Allen at quarterback. Please. If they were 4-6, I might listen to some sort of, if they beat the Texans. Honestly, I think that was the game where it sort of all started falling apart, I guess, because they were 2-3 going into that game. They were about to be 3-3, really, or staring 3-3 right in the face, but whatever. And then now they're 3-7. So that's how it played out. Anyway, this week, Josh Allen's back against Jacksonville. Jacksonville coming off the loss. Hilarious. The hilarious loss. The Doug Marrone loss. The Nate Hackett loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers, where they led 16-0. The Steelers had something like 60 total yards on their first 9 drives or something like that, and a bunch of turnovers. They were going absolutely nowhere, and then suddenly Doug Marrone did what he did, and Nate Hackett did what they did in the AFC Championship game against the Patriots. They got mega, ultra, super conservative Doug Marrone, Nate Hackett-ish. We all know and love, and they blew it. They absolutely blew it. You got to know that a broken play leads to an Antonio Brown touchdown, but you're still up 10. I mean, they were up 10 with less than 4 minutes to go, and they lost by 4. They'll have 14 points, like, that quick. You want to know why? Because of ultra-conservative coaching and just, like, hilarious. Like, Sean McVay on Monday night, I hope you guys got to watch that game. It was the best game I've ever watched in my entire life, and I'm not kidding. I hope you got to watch it. The Monday night game, the Chiefs and the Rams. Sean McVay is throwing passes up 3 in the fourth quarter with like 2 minutes to go. Because he needs a first down. He knows how prolific the offense is on the other side. He doesn't want to give them the ball back. People are like, well, he could have faced some criticism if if the Chiefs would have came, like, yeah, I know, but like he was trying to win the game. That's what he was trying to do. I don't fault him for that whatsoever. He threw an easy pass on like a little rollout, and then I think that they might have run the ball on second down, but then they threw a screen pass. There was a penalty. I believe there was a false start penalty or something like that as well. So I mean, whatever. Criticize the guy that's scoring 54 points. Do it. Go ahead. Fine. Like, it's crazy. That guy is unbelievable. Like, unbelievable coach. But the Jaguars, like, basically the polar opposite. They're good on defense. Granted, they have some terrific, terrific players. Ramsey, Bouye, Gibson, Jack, Campbell, Ngakoue, like, Marcel Darius. Like, they're unreal. They're very, very talented on defense. And what are they? Something like, I think they're like 4th overall. The Bills are actually 2nd. So, I mean, that's some positives you could lean on there. 4th overall, 3rd against the pass, 15th against the run. They're very good. Very talented. But, like, their coaching beats them constantly. They're 3-7. They've lost 6 games in a row. And I'm not going to put it all on coaching, but, like, this is just an example. I'm going to read you some stats on the Jags. This is from Warren Sharp, at Sharp Football. Highly, highly recommended follow on Twitter. Tons of, like, analytics and stats like this. And, like, this is what you're getting. Jaguars. Let's see. He wants to point out, first of all, that they're without their starting center, Brandon Linder. So Tyler Shatley is the backup. And so this is basically the thread of that. And between the Jaguars taking a 16-0 lead, the Jaguars are up 16-0. Between Pittsburgh making it 16-6 with 1:17 left in the third quarter, Jacksonville had 4 drives where they had the ball. And every single drive was a 3-and-out. Every single one. And every single first down on those 4 drives was a run, using 1 wide receiver from under center, going directly behind the center, the backup center, into loaded boxes and average 1.25 yards per carry. The second downs on these drives, 3 out of 4 were runs from under center, going directly behind the backup center, averaging 0 yards per carry. They did try to pass one time and got sacked. Like, you can't make this is pathetic. And then there's a chart, like, and on those 4 drives, on first and second down, 7 of 8 plays were runs. They were all from under center. They were all behind the backup center and always set up third down and long. And the third down and long was 100% pass from 11 personnel, 3 wide receivers, and no first downs. And on the season, Jaguars rushing, when playing with a lead, let's see, 32 runs have been behind the center. 32 of, 3, 6, 9, 10, of 54. 32 out of 54 runs with a lead have been directly up the middle behind the center. Like, this is so obvious. Like, unbelievable. Typical Doug Marrone. Hand the ball up the middle, cloud of dust, punt. Handoff, throw, punt. Handoff, throw, punt. Oh my God, I do not miss that whatsoever. Anyway, Bills, Jags, the defenses are talented. We talked about that. Very impressed with the Bills' defense. They've allowed under 200 total yards the past couple of weeks. Don't know what we're going to get from Josh Allen. Very eager to see him play again. McCoy got going last week. Maybe that can continue. Hopefully they don't get beat by Bortles' legs again, if you remember that in the playoffs from last year. I believe he had more rushing yards than passing yards in a 10-3 game. That was ugly. But you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here and pick the Bills to win. I mean, I know the Jaguars they're like 3-point favorites. They've lost 6 in a row. Like, come on, that's disrespectful. So let's pick the Bills 16-12. Got to keep picking these low scores because that's basically the way the Bills are playing most of the time. So yeah, 16-12 Bills. Let's do it. Guys, let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what you want to see from Josh Allen. Did you want to see Matt Barkley? What are you trying to get out of these last 6 games? Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy your holidays. I will talk to you guys next week. And I'll see you guys. Hopefully I'll see some of you at the game. Anyway, thanks for saying hi. To those who say hi, thank you for saying hi. Enjoy, like I said, enjoy your holidays, guys, and above all else, go Bills.